It has been a long few days. It is hot, it's freaking sticky, and I have a rat loose in my basement right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So, my house does not have central AC, but luckily it's a split level, so at least the bottom half is survivable in the summertime. The upstairs is awful. We at least have like the little portable ACs, so we have one like in the bedroom, but the kitchen is just like unusable during the daytime in the summer. We really need to get an AC. So, for now, uh, it's the primary reason that I keep all the rats down here in the basement. My computer's down here also because if I'm at home, I'm probably on the computer, and if I'm on the computer, I really don't want to be like all wet and sticky and gross. I don't think you can hear it, but maybe you can. There's a fan blowing. We have like a big crawl space under the living room, and it just pushes all of the air from the crawl space into the main part of the basement, and I have a little fan in the window which blows air outside, so that keeps it from getting too stinky down here. Um, right now the lighting is pretty subpar. I have all the lights around the rats to try and give them a better daytime, but it's not bright enough for me in here, and I would like to invest in some nice grow lights and some timers so I don't have to come down here every single morning and turn it on manually. It would also help combat the lack of vitamin D from lack of sunshine. Anyways, yesterday I was in the car for about 8 hours. I drove basically the length of New York State to pick up these little cuties. I adopted four females and two males. The females, there's three blonde and one agouti, and the males, there's one black and one agouti male. The females are named Elu, Idra, Eridith, and Thea, and the males are named Erebus and Grimwald. When I went to go pick them up, I was warned that they were bouncy and that Grimwald had already bit somebody. Going in with that knowledge, we had leather gloves, a towel, and two sets of hands. Transferring the girls ended up actually being no problem at all. They just let me scoop them right up. They let me scrub them. They were pretty pleasant. They were scared, but they let me move them pretty effortlessly. The boys, on the other hand, were absolutely terrified. I could tell they were expecting me to scruff them, so they were pretty guarded. They kept turning so that I couldn't see their backside, and whenever I would reach to try and scruff them, they would tilt their little heads back and show me their teeth and basically give me that warning. I did eventually convince Erebus, the black one, to let me pick him up. I scruffed him, and just as I was transferring him from the little aquarium he was in to the bigger aquarium that was clean, he twisted his head and tried to bite me, but I released him quickly enough that he didn't get me. I'm not really sure if he actually was going to bite me or if he was going to try and just push off, but I was not interested in finding out. Um, Grimwald, on the other hand, is a little crazy boy. He was tail wagging, grunting, hopping, and snorting. I tried so hard not to upset him, but he had enough, and he just leaped out over my head and ran down my back. And honestly, I was pretty impressed. He he was definitely the little athlete. He was a little acrobat. I did eventually coax him into submission with a towel. He was not happy about it, but once he was in the bigger aquarium, he curled up with his brother and he just kind of relaxed. Unfortunately, the aquarium would be my downfall. I only brought one carrier. I don't know why. I didn't think about it. I should have had two, but for some reason, I just thought that it. I didn't think. I didn't think about it. And I went, and the aquariums that we were transporting in initially worked fine until we got home. The moment I was home, the girls, I unloaded them. They were fine. They were all cuddled together in their little nest box. So I just covered the hole to the nest box and I just put them into their cage with the whole nest box and they were fine. For the boys, though, I got it in my head, well, the girls like the nest box. Maybe I'll just take the nest box from the boys' cage and put it in with the boys, and surely they'll just hop right in. No, they did not hop right in. In fact, they hopped right out. The moment I opened the aquarium, like an inch, Grimald just like exploded out at my face. And it scared the crap out of me. And he probably got like a good 4 feet of air above my head, and he just like flew across the basement. Right now, he's hiding behind the washing machine. I have a humane trap baited, and so we're just playing the waiting game now. Um, I've caught rats before. There's no way out of here other than up the stairs, which is shut, and there's no gap, so it's just a matter of time. So far, it's only been a day, but the girls seem to be opening up a lot faster than Erebus, at least so far. Uh, they've let me touch their little noses a few times. I've touched their tails. I talked to them. They're definitely afraid, but they're curious. Uh, they also really love to come out and run on their little wheel, and they like to sit in this little hammock and stare at me. I'm sure I'm probably the most terrifying thing that they've ever seen. But yeah, I'm a little worried about Grimwald. Um, I know Brian's gonna be a little worried about him too. He did warn us, and it's not that I didn't listen, it's not that I didn't prepare, it's just, he's fast. But we'll get him back. As for my goals with these rats, I plan to breed Thea and Erebus in a month or two. I mean, it might be longer. It's just I just want to let them sit and acclimate to their new home. They're also still pretty young. Um, I want to get to know them a little bit more personally, feel out their personalities. But so far, Thea seems to be the most approachable. She's, I think, the youngest. She's blonde. She's very cute. Uh, but yeah, I I was thinking about it and like how I'm gonna get one rat from one cage to the other and then back again, since we already had this problem with Grimwald. So what I'm thinking, at least temporarily, when I am gonna do the breeding, is I have actually like a big grow tent here in the basement. I just need to set it up, and then I can literally just pick the cages up and put them right in it. It's big enough that I can fit them both in there. My gosh, you're so cute. You're a lot less afraid today. I see you. I see you. You're a good girl. In other news, Cinna's litter is 2 weeks and 2 days old today. Their eyes are finally open. They're super lively, they're curious, and none of them seem to really be afraid of my hands yet. I'm pretty hopeful for this litter. I've been handling them like twice a day. I know that can be a little bit stressful for the mom, but it trickles triggles. It triggers her maternal instinct to groom her babies, which stimulates them to have a more friendly disposition. Which is like a bunch of like epigenetics, which is really cool. So you can take a rat from a bad rat mom and put it with a good rat mom, and that baby will grow up to be a good rat because of the environment that it is in. Because if that mother grooms it more often, that triggers different epigenetics. And I thought that was really interesting. So if you want to learn more about shit like that. That's the kind of stuff that I would love to make videos about. So, like, I'm not anything special. I'm just like an autistic rat lady. So, if you want me to make videos about that, please say so. So, a bunch of these guys are still unreserved. I have three female agoutis that are unreserved. I'm asking $20 each. I also have, I believe I have six boys available still. So, I expect them all to have extremely friendly, outgoing personalities. Both of their parents are extremely licky. They love to give kisses. They will grasp onto my fingers and kind of like pull me in. And they love to hand wrestle and popcorn. They are awesome. Lastly, I want to talk about Toby. Poor Toby. I'm pretty sure it's hormonal. I feel bad for him. It's it's just enough that it hurts the harmony of the colony, but not enough that he's a dangerous rat. He will bite if I let him, and I do mean let him. He will like slowly approach me, put his teeth on me, and then bite. Usually it's just like a little nip the first time, trying to get me to go away. But if I don't go away, then he will bite me pretty good. He's always been kind of a scared rat. He was an empathy impulse buy at the store. I saw him, he was sick, and I saw he was a marten. I took pity on him because I'm a sucker. And after about 2 or 3 weeks, he was feeling a lot better, but he was always kind of shy and skittish. He would squirm whenever I would try to hold him, and he would squeak at me. So, for the most part, I would just try to pet him whenever I could, and he would let me pet him, but he would always be like stiff as a board. And to this day, he's still like that. He just becomes this little statue when I pet him, and as long as I pet him in the way he likes, he'll just sit there and let me do it, and he'll even brex a little bit. But the moment he's not interested anymore, he'll start slowly turning his head towards my finger, and I have to back off or he will bite me. Um, I've had to separate him from the rest of the rats, unfortunately, because until recently he's gotten along with everybody, but lately he has turned to a life of crime. He's been side shuffling at his brothers, chasing them, biting them. I just eventually had to take him out and he was in the bad boy cage for a couple days. He's back in the main cage now, after a few days being apart. There hasn't been any violence yet, but I'm pretty worried that it's just a matter of time and he's gonna just be like this until he's old. I'm hoping maybe some more confidence training and exposure with positive experience can help, but hormones are hormones, and I know what I see.